New year, new Chappelle, same Granddad. Let's get it going, motherfuckers. What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad Woolly, and you are here again for another edition of Woolly Reviews Film Data Comedy Edition Netflix Pick. We got a comedy special review today. We're going to talk about the brand new double comedy series that just dropped from a legend in the motherfucking game. He did this before earlier in the year, I think, or last year, because it's new year, new 2018 in the motherfucking building. But now he's got some new shit. He dropped it on New Year's Eve, but I'm able to talk about it right fucking now. I had to set it off right. And we are talking about the new comedy specials from Dave Chappelle entitled Equanimity and the Bird Revelation. On that ass. Now, Dave Chappelle is a legend in the comedy game. You got Chappelle Show and all the shit he's done. I mean, Dave Chappelle, you know who the fuck he is, and he's made a great comeback with Netflix. He dropped 2 specials earlier this year, which I absolutely love, thought were hilarious, and those are joints that he did in the vault. But these right here are brand new specials. These are ones that he made just for Netflix. So now we are going to see if Dave Chappelle gave Netflix 2 brand new hot ones, or if he should just went back into the vault and gave some shit that he already did, because, you know, the new shit just ain't right. Let's talk about the shit. So the first special, Equanimity, focuses on Dave talking about a lot of different things. He talks about how he feels about comedy right now and how he thinks he should hang it up because he just feels like his type of comedy, his raw, real, in your face, I don't give a fuck what I say or who I talk about because it's comedy and you're supposed to take that shit. Don't be so fucking sensitive. He has to really navigate differently now in this world because everybody puts everything under the microscope, that what you say or what you do is so PC. So for a comedian like Dave, it just makes it a little bit more difficult for him to be able to do whatever the fuck he wants to do. I think that's why he also locks up people's phones at his shows, so 1, they can't film what he says, and 2, he probably wants them to pay attention to what the fuck he's doing. Like, I would do that for my shows too. I lock up, no I wouldn't, because motherfuckers be like, hell no nigga, I'm leaving, fuck that nigga, you ain't that special, fuck nigga. I need to get some work done. But he uses that to segue into a very funny bit where he talks about the first time that he slept over a white friend's house, and it was just a very, very funny, it's probably one of the funniest things on the special to me. And then he also talks about a lot of other things, politically, Donald Trump. He talks about just how people took his last special, especially the transgender community and the backlash that he got from his jokes from that special. He talks about a whole bunch of things on here, and he's just pretty much giving us that raw Dave Chappelle that we love to hear. And what I did realize, though, is that as the special went on, it started off out the gate hot with a lot of just straight comedy, but Dave Chappelle likes to have these moments in his specials where he kind of gets you that keep it real moment where he just kind of like opens your eyes up to certain things, or he just expresses how he feels, and he kind of sort of reverts back to a joke after that, but he does have you think, and he does that in here as well. He breaks down the story of Emmett Till and just how the perspective of what happened and just how that transpired and led to certain events that kind of changed everything in sort of a positive way based off of a negative thing. It's kind of an eye-opener, and it's kind of cool how he did that. But with that, it kind of limits the amount of comedy he does, but that's what Dave Chappelle does. But I kind of feel like he's doing it a little bit more passionately now, especially with what's going on in the world and the climate of the world. So you do get that on here, but I do think that you do get a fair amount of comedy in this special, and it is overall very good. Now the second special, The Bird Revelation, which I think was done spur of the moment. I think it was shot this past November in LA at the Comedy Store in front of like 50 people. It's a very small, intimate looking type of special. It really doesn't even look like a comedy special at all. It looks like sort of a Dave Chappelle sit down where he gets shit off of his chest while telling jokes in between it. And that's pretty much what it is. And Dave just talks about a lot of things that are just going on right now, especially in Hollywood and pop culture, like the sexual misconduct cases that are just popping up left and right with all these people in Hollywood, from Harvey Weinstein to Louis C.K. He talks about all that, as well as the Colin Kaepernick situation, how he feels about that. And he also has a very funny bit that involves O.J. Simpson with that, a very, very funny bit. That's probably one of my favorite parts of this special, as well as he talks about just in general how he felt about leaving Chappelle's show and the reason why he did it. But he really doesn't tell the story directly on why he left the show, but he uses a metaphor from another story from a book called Pimp, and it's actually very, very interesting how he kind of like put that analogy together. And when you listen to what he's saying and you really break it down, it makes sense, and it does become clear why he walked away from all that money and went to South Africa, rather than the media saying he went crazy and he was doing all this stupid shit. He just, you know, if you listen to what he was saying, it makes sense if you really can break it down. So with Dave dealing with that, as well as his views and feels about what's going on in the country, I mean, he just gives us a lot of food for thought, but also a lot of good funny moments in between all that. And I think overall, both these specials came off very well for what they were. So my final verdict, I'm not saying that Dave Chappelle, Equanimity, and The Bird Revelation are two very well put together specials, even though me personally, I wish I would have got some more comedy and some more laughs out of it, but I do appreciate what he gave us in replace of that. All I'm saying is that Dave is always going to be a funny motherfucker. He's always going to be one of the greatest to ever do it, and I'm going to be sad when he finally does hang up the mic and doesn't do comedy anymore. But from what we got with this shit, there's great jokes, great bits, but also a lot of great insightful talk that Dave just gives you and makes the listener and the watcher just think about what he's saying and how he feels, and he puts it all together in such a very nice and smooth way that you can't just help but just listen to this dude talk for an hour and just like, you know, just reflect and laugh at the same time. So I give big props to Dave Chappelle for putting out these specials, giving us another 2. And even though it's not his funniest work, it is very, very solid. And, you know, I might check it out here and there, but I don't think I'm going to put it up at the top echelon. But Dave did good. I got to give him that. So all I got to say is that for me, Dave Chappelle, Equanimity, and The Bird Revelation is not Granddad approved, almost, but I will give it a very highly Granddad recommended. So go check it out. It's out on Netflix right now. Watch both specials back to back because they are very, very good. They are very, very insightful. Some great jokes on there. But I wish I would have just ended up laughing a little bit more than I was. But I still got my laughs in, y'all. He still had me cracking up at points, so you got to give him that. But I got nothing more to say. Dave Chappelle, Equanimity, The Bird Revelation is very highly Granddad recommended. So go watch the shit right fucking now. Flip it. Alright, y'all, that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Tell me what you think of Dave Chappelle, Equanimity, and The Bird Revelation if you've seen it. If you have not seen it, like I said, it's out right now on Netflix, so definitely check it out. Some good shit, good jokes, good food for thought. Just wish I would have laughed a little bit more. But Dave, you still did a good fucking job. I can't wait to see what you do next. Previous videos on the side was my latest single. Check it out, show us some love. And as always, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram. Links in the description below. And subscribe. Button on the screen, button below. Woolly Reviews twice a week, as well as new gameplays are going to be coming. Going to be dropping that soon. Also, Indie Spotlight. Check out all the shit else that I got right there. I just dropped my end of the year list. If you ain't seen those shits, check those out. Patreon, show the boy some love in the new year. Let's get that going. And I got nothing more else to say. So until next time I take my leave, Granddad, Dave Chappelle, Equanimity, and The Bird Revelation. Good specials, Dave. It's a good way to start off the year. Can't wait to see what's going on next. Wish I would have laughed a little bit more, but it's okay. I mean, I got my chuckles. I'm out of here.